Hello, welcome to another video. I'm out on a glorious day in my new county and we're out for a wild camp, my first camp in a while. And I'm out in the Amok actually, which is a fancy hammock. Anyway, just stick around, we'll have a look at said fancy hammock because it's been a while since I've been out in it. Probably can't even remember how to set it up, but we're gonna give it a go. Let's see if I can remember how to put this thing up. It's a funky little setup because you're not lying along your ridge line, you're sort of lying like that. Perpendicular to it, is that right? Not parallel with it, you're like that. So imagine the ridge line is my arms and I'm like that. Whoa. It makes for a really comfy night. I've only slept in it a couple of times, so it'd be nice to spend the night in it again. Is this right? Do I even know what I'm doing? Probably not, is the answer. Probably not. Pull buckle through loop. I'll do such a thing. Okay. It's good that it's got instructions actually on it. There you go. Hadouken. How high up do I want it? Pull buckle through loop. I don't know how to do that, mate. Okay, I get you. I see you. I see you. Pull buckle through loop. Done. Very simple. Come on, the other side. I think these trees are a bit big, aren't they? I'll tell you what I could do. Loop it through there. Let me still round. Excellent behaviour. Mint laugh. Mint laugh there, look. Right, I could do with going behind this. What is it? Clematis or something? No, it's ivy, innit? Sorry if there's anyone watching who's actually got one of these Amoks and sets it up on the regular, because you know, I'm not as proficient as I am with my DD. That'll come in time. There's me two tree huggers on. Too far. My trees are too far apart. My trees are about a foot or two too far apart. The problem is, I've used two thicker trees, so it takes up a lot of this tree hugger. I have to go find somewhere different. Two trees that are closer together. I'll go and have a look, can I thought they were perfect, them two trees. This could be good. That tree's dead though, looks like a widowmaker. No. Action cam! Gets too dense back here. Some of these trees are just massive though. I'm not gonna get it looped around. Might have to go to a different place altogether if we can't find anywhere. Because I want the perfect spot, and yeah, if I was just backpacking with this hammock, I'd just sling it up in between these two. I'd sling it up anywhere. But I want to be able to have a nice fire in front of me and do a spot of cooking and enjoy myself. There's this bit of elder in the way. Oh. Let's just cracked it. Oh, right, be alright then. Just a bright, it must have fallen off or something. Oh, that's alright actually.
Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever.
There we go. Home sweet home. I'm just gonna go around with my knife and take out some of this holly. Just take it down a bit so it's not gonna threaten the airbed in the night. Clean a little area here. I forgot the poles which extend the foot end and the head end like this, so that when your bug net goes over you, it gives you a little space. Creates a nice little, almost like being in a tent. So I'm gonna cut some little bits of stick to size and get them in there. I'm excited for a dangle. There we go, just cut a bit of stick to size. Hey. My tools of the trade, the silky big boy and the Grantsford Brooks small forest axe. It's in good form. What I'm going to do is just knock up a quick digging stick, which is a great tool to have around camp. Easy to clear the ground, dig a little pit for fire. We'll get on with that. Top tip for cutting wood: find a tree with a V in it or two trees that are close together. Get your piece that you want to work with, push round till you can hold it in place with one hand. There you go. Easy to work with. So we just want to put a flat point on this. Don't want to be the point like on the point of a spear, just a flat. Doesn't take much. something like that. Makes a good digging stick. Yeah, I'd probably do it bigger than this, but this piece was already on the floor, so I'll just use this. About here, I don't want to be too close to my... Let me think. We're going through a bit of a dry spell with the weather in the UK at the moment, which is an absolute blessing because it's been so wet. So I'm just going to have my tarp folded over like that so it's protecting my head and leave it like that because it's a new moon tonight, so that hopefully there'll be a lot of stars and we can get some star lapses. So hopefully also it doesn't rain, but if it does rain, I'll just get out, fold the tarp over, peg it down and I'm good to go. But we don't want the fire too close to the tarp because we don't want it spitting and putting holes in it. So within reason, because I want to be quite near to me den. First thing I'll do, have a little brush up. Oh, this is nice. It's nice ground. A lot of ivy, we just clear that. But the ground itself, decent, wet, compact, hard soil. And then what I'm checking for is if it's soft and there's like a build-up of mulch or build-up of pine needles, or it's really peaty, then I want to dig down till I get to this hard stuff. But I'm not having to do that here, which is really good. It just means that the fire won't spread underground, because especially in pine woodlands, I've spoke to firemen who've told me that you can go and have a fire in a pine woodland, think that you've put it out if you don't know what you're doing, go about your merry way, and then we might have a dry spell, big winds, and this thing is just under the ground, spreading, smouldering. We have a bit of a dry spell, some winds, and it just sprouts up, and then you've got the whole forest on fire. And it does happen a lot in summer, so I would say one of the biggest things you can do is just check the ground that you're having a fire on. And if it is that peaty stuff and it's quite deep with it, oftentimes, mate, don't bother, especially in summer, unless you can get down to some good quality stuff like this that ain't gonna catch fire. I could have a fire straight on top of that with it being as hard as it is, but I'm gonna dig down a little bit more, might take a while, and put all this earth to one side. And then once I've had my fire, tomorrow, I can put all this fresh earth over the scorch mark and then cover it with everything here, so no one will ever know that I've been here, and that's what we want. Just loosen it all up with digging rod. Get in there. Doesn't have to be too deep. Getting these roots out. Woo! Getting warm. Beautifully warm. We've had the spring equinox. We've turned a corner. Thankfully, we've turned a corner. Right, there you go. Let's get fire going. Well, I've never camped in this woodland before. There doesn't look like there's any silver birch, so I'm going to go and try and find a cramp ball fungus, and that's how we'll get the fire going. And here we are, fallen ash tree, cramp balls. And it's the ones underneath that you want that have not been getting rained on. The cramp ball will get a spark onto that, hopefully get an ember into the dry grasses. That'll create a flame, and then we'll put the smaller twigs on top of that, and then these on top of that, and that should be our fire. Fire steel. Had this for ages now. This could be passed down through generations and still not run out. Look at the size of that ferro rod. Love it. Can you see the sparks? Shower of sparks. So we spark on, and we can see that one's all right. I've got a little spark on there. There you go. Right, let's get it in here. See what we can do. Gloves on. There's no rush with this. At this stage anyway, because the ember will stay in that cramp ball, which is just a bracket fungus. It hasn't been dried out. It's just, that's just how it is. Once they die off and just Super dry. Okay, create a little nest there. And we'll see what we can do. Get this moss out the road. I don't know what that is there, isn't it? There we go. Whee! Fire. On with the smaller sticks. And then you work up from your littler sticks, your tiny little kindling sticks. And then we've got these pencil sized sticks. A few of them on. We're not going to lose that now. So we'll get a few bigger bits now and build it up, let it die down, and I'm going to get a pot on and we'll start cooking. This is a decent bit, should keep it going for a while. And it's ash, so it's hard wood and lovely for burning. And you can tell it's hard wood because it's hard to saw it. You can just tell that is just dense, hard wood. Lovely for burning. He who prepares the wood warms himself twice. There you go. That'll do. One pot wonder. I really fancy a spicy lamb curry. So here we go. Let's get it on. Knife of choice, custom SE3, customised by my boy Luke over at York Knives. I had this for many moons and I've had many knives come and go, and I've got some good knives at the moment, but when I'm just like grabbing something that's trusty and I get on with, more times than not, it's this. Right, let's build this curry. Chilies can, well, they can go in, can't they? Into pot there. Everything's going to go in there. I'll take ends off, obviously, but I'm not too precious about peeling things and being refined when I'm out in woods. Seedy little numbers, these, look. They're going to be warm, aren't they? You can tell. It's seedlets. Spice World, the movie, but I fancy it. I fancy it. You know, when you've just... You fancy that kick of heat with all these chilies, and that'll be the heat. And then I'm going to make a little base and my carrots, nice and chunky because we're going to be slow cooking this. An onion, chunk it up, can go in. A tomato, just one tomato that was in fridge. This is all just stuff that was kicking about in fridge. Tomato can go in. Pepper. Nice bit of veg in there. Coarsely chop it, not too fussed. We're not doing juliennes. We're not doing julienne claries. And then in with red peps, garlic. As much garlic as you can handle. It really is the best. What I'm going to do is just crush it up. Take the lion's share skins away. Chop it all up. Some fresh ginger. Nice fiery flavour of ginger. Love it. My spice mix. Salt, pepper, caraway seeds, cumin, paprika. There's all sorts in there. All that in. And then we've got this lamb steak marinated in oil, mint, oregano, garlic. That's going to go in. I'm going to put that in whole. I've got two of them. Other one's not as big. Chopped tomatoes. A tin of coconut milk. This makes it nice and creamy. Gives it a lovely taste. Just cover it with water. Make sure it can all get to the bottom. It doesn't look very appetising now, but in a few hours, that's going to be delicious. Put it in there, look. And I'll just keep stirring that every now and again, but that's going to take at least 2 hours. Doing a bit of crafting around the house. I have created a separate Patreon series called, I think it's called Do It This End, where I just do a little bit of DIY around the house, little projects, and just film it, and it's saving money as well. So we need a curtain rail and we need some tower hooks for the bathroom. So I'll get myself a bit of wood, and these are what I'm looking for. Like this bit here. When I neaten that up, I'll show you. And then I'll take this bit off the bottom. I'll do that now, actually, while you're on. You see? And this is going to create a hook. We'll just make it look nice. I'll just do one, roughly, and then I've got not much more to do around camp. I've done everything. I've got plenty of wood. My tea's on. Shelter's set up. And this is when you can start getting creative, because creativity is born out of boredom, innit? Remember lockdown? Making all sorts in lockdown. Loom bands and that. Spending ages cooking meals and stuff. Knitting and that. Just knitting. Just doing what you can, innit? Just to keep your mind occupied, because you were bored, and then you start getting creative. Create a flat back bit on it. On me up there. And that's what's gonna... Should we take the rest of the bark off? What I'll do is I'll partially strip this one, because I quite like the look of a little bit of bark on it. I've not been posting much. I don't know when this is going out, actually. Whether I'm back and I'm back on it posting stuff, or whether this is my first one in a while. As it is, mate, I've not put anything out for about 5 weeks or something, but I'm back. And it's good to be back. I'm going to neaten this up a little bit, but this is just so you get the idea. Chamfer the top off, make it look nice. Chamfer this bottom bit. And flatten that back bit up. I'll get a bit of wood, or get a board or something, and then we'll drill that onto the board. And there you go, you've got your little towel hooks. Pretty basic. I'm going to get a chunkier one. We'll take all the bark off that. And then get a stick or a bit of dowel or something, and that'll be a curtain rail. It'll go through these, and then put a little bit of dowel in the stick so that it can't come back through either side, and you've got yourself a free curtain rail and a free towel rack. Which, if I've done that in the future after carving all these around fire tonight, I'll interject with a little bit of that now. Yeah. Put your coats, towels, whatever you want on there. I've just mocked this up. What I'll do is unscrew this, put my screws, one at the top, one at the bottom, behind this, and then screw that back on. So you're not just seeing loads of screws in wood. And that's just a real basic, simple. I think it looks pretty good. I've carved them, put a bit of linseed oil on them, chamfered all around edges. Job's a good one. And this is the curtain rail. Took all the bark off this one, linseed oil, and then put a little bit of a wood dowel in this stick here. So, and similarly at the other side, so that it can't go anywhere. Ideal. If I haven't interjected with that now, future me's thought, nah, I haven't bothered with it, but hopefully I've just shown you what I've made, which you can make cheap and easy, and it's a nice little project to do. I need a few, so I'll keep whittling a few of these and just let me curry tick over. This is what I'm keeping in tonight. I've got me Enlightened Equipment down quilt, Big Agnes Rapid SL pillow, the Amok sleep bed that comes with it. It's the perfect size to slot in and gives you the rigidity. And then you've got all these little places, even the stuff sack attaches to there, and you can put your stuff in there. The bug net goes in that compartment, and it's mirrored at the other side. It's got a little place here, you can put your clothes, a little place for your phone or your drink, wallet, whatever you want to put in there. Loads of space for stuff. Ridge line to hang stuff off, your torch, your wet socks. I absolutely love it. It's a lot darker in real life than this camera is portraying. Oh, it's been 2.5 hours. It is now reduced by half. So that is just pure flavour. Beautiful lamb curry. Homemade naan bread with caraway seeds in it. Thanks to Fern. Knocked up homemade naan bread in a miraculously fast time. So thank you. Smells delightful. My mouth is watering. Here we go. Big chunk of meat there. Oh wow. It is getting a bit dark now, but can you still, yeah, you can still see me. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh yes. Look at that. That is a lamb cuzzer. Not bad at all. Very much ready for this. Carrot, don't sleep on it. Wow. Woo. Gotta try the naan bread, Fern's famous naan bread. Get that dipped in. Exquisite. A bit of the lamb. It's as tender as you like. Melts in your mouth. Another absolute classic. That's so stunning. Right, I'm definitely going to turn this wonderful camera off and enjoy my dinner. I love it. It's getting lighter on a night and I love it. I absolutely love it. Spring, summer. Oh, no more winter. Got through it. Pretty much got through it, didn't we? I'm going to start the fire up and warm my bones and then get into my sleeping bag. I'm all cosy, dangler. You can see last bit of fire there. I can hear it crackling away. It's so comfy, mate. It's so comfy. And unless some magic or tragic happens, I'll see you on the morrow. Morning glampos, and look at this for a morning. I was lovely and warm last night, cosy as. It didn't rain. A stick fell on me, but I think that was just a squirrel or a crow or something. No drama. And something over there was making a bit of noise, but nothing too mad. My mind didn't wander. It was just all good. Sun's poking its head up. Look at this. It is stunning. Ah, could lie here all day. But I've got stuff to do, so I'm going to get up, square away this fire and pack away camp. That's it, that's the hammock. Look how small it is. That's where I had the fire. You wouldn't even know I'd been here. Leave no trace. And there we are, a lovely, gentle little spring camp to ease myself back in after my hiatus. You can see it's sun coming through lugs, can't you? Look at that. Solid. Look at them. Size of them, man. Odd wingnut. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Thanks for joining me. I loved this one. There wasn't too much waffling, but I needed a nice, gentle spring wild camp just to get back into the flow of things. And there'll be a lot more videos coming from me soon. So thanks to everyone who stuck around, and I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. See you later. Straight through holly. I'd committed to the skip, and then I saw it was holly, and I was like, I've got to do it. Got to do it, and I fit sign off, so skip through holly. I don't want to go. Shall I try and kick flip this log? Alright, I'll see you soon. Take care.